Welcome back to my video today. I hope you enjoy the story. Let's begin. I said, my voice impassive's voice rose in pitch, making her frustration clear. Did you hear what I said? Yes, I heard you. If you're going on a date with another man this Friday and you think I'm okay with that, her surprise was unmistakable. Not at all. All I can say is that I don't have a choice. You said I'm free to do what I want, and I am. But just because I can't stop you doesn't mean I approve. You seem determined to go through with this, so what am I supposed to do? I'll come back. Ava insisted, don't let your fragile ego get in the way. I love you and I'll make things right. You'll see, then you'll know what's wrong. I replied, keeping my voice steady. You just said you'll make it up to me. Why would you need to make it up to me if it wasn't wrong? She protested, but her eyes lowered, betraying her uncertainty. You didn't have to. If you were going out with friends or getting a haircut, you wouldn't need to make it up to me. The fact that you feel the need to say you're sorry says everything. You know what you're doing is wrong, but you said I could. She stammered, I never said that. I said I couldn't stop you, but I certainly don't approve. I'd rather you stayed with me. We could go to the same restaurant, the same club, but that's not what you want, is it? You'd rather be with him, wouldn't you? Silence. Her head dipped slightly, avoiding my gaze. What's his name? Ava. It doesn't matter. It'll have consequences. What do you mean? You love me. You always give me what I want. I shake my head. You're smart enough to figure it out. You're bluffing. We'll still love each other and grow old together. I'll come back after Friday and everything will be fine. I've warned you. You're on. I said, grabbing my keys and leaving before she could say anything else. The apartment was cold and silent on Thursday night. I packed a bag and moved into the guest room. She asked, watching me with an incredulous look, "What are you doing?" In a mocking tone, "My wife wants to date other men." I said flatly, "I'm not going to sleep in the same room with someone who's cheating." I'm moving my things into the guest room. I muttered under my breath, "Please support me by liking and subscribing." On Friday afternoon, I left work early. I went to the end salon and got a haircut, a clean shave and a manicure. I popped into the men's clothing store next door and picked up a new shirt, slacks and a jacket. When I got home, I had my truck washed, detailed, and cleaned. I took a shower and waited downstairs. Ava came down about half an hour later wearing a new dress. I'd never seen her wear a dress like that before. It was short and showed off her figure. She looked at me, expecting a compliment. Instead, I glanced at her and said, "Where are you going?" "I'm going out," she said, sounding defensive. "What did you think?" I mimicked her tone, saying, "I'm just going to sit at home and wait for you to come back from your date." She seemed momentarily she was a little confused and said she didn't want to be late. She turned to leave, but I grabbed my jacket and headed out to meet Clara. We spent the evening at a wine bar that had a piano and a small dance floor. We had a great conversation and she laughed at my jokes. We danced together, moving in perfect rhythm. There was a certain chemistry there, but we both knew I was still married and that there were boundaries. At least, not yet. When I dropped Clara off at her apartment, she playfully smeared some lipstick on my collar and sprayed a touch of her perfume on me. "Go get her, Tiger," she said with a wink. By the time I got home, it was only 10 p.m. The apartment felt even colder than before. "Where the hell have you been?" Ava shouted as I walked in. "I don't care. You never told me where you went with your mystery date, so why should I care where you've been? I had a wonderful time, by the way." "It's all thanks to you." "You mean?" she asked. Her voice was laced with suspicion. "If it weren't for your brilliant idea of an open relationship, I never would have gotten to know Clara better." "She's amazing, so thank you, Ava." Her scream echoed through the apartment, a mix of frustration and jealousy. "I hate the woman." She shrieked, "Why do you think?" "I called her first." I said I'd renegotiated the terms of our marriage and that I'd simply followed your lead. Ava was speechless, her expression crumbling into regret and disbelief. I'll be serving you divorce papers tomorrow. You've got 3 months left, figure it out. She choked on her words. I was trying to think of a response. Where will you go, Clara? She offered me her spare bedroom until I find something more permanent.